Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
So, guys, we're going to be talking about the root chakra. And let's get you all rooted and subscribed with a little bell click to both channels, Evolutionary Energy Arts and EEARTS. So, the root chakra is super important. If you don't have this functioning, well, it's hard to function.
Well, yeah, I mean, not to mention when you are going through an awakening and you are getting into spirituality, there's so many things out there and you got to ask yourself, where do I start? So this is a really good place, is to make sure you have a good solid foundation.
Absolutely. So let's get to the root of the matter.
He's so adorable.
Muladhara chakra. This is the first chakra. Its location is the base of the spine. Basic issues: survival, vitality, stability, security. Color is red. So when you visualize it, you could visualize it just like this. Mantra. Now this is what we call the bija or seed mantra. Lam is the sound. So even if you wanted to just do Lam and just hold on to that sound and resonate it, try to feel it, that can help to open up the root chakra.
And also at the end of this video, we're going to do a little bit of a tuning to help you grab onto that root chakra and make sure it's open.
So if it is balanced, you feel secure, humility, grounded, stable, energetic. You'll be at your optimal weight, healthy eating, and proper elimination. If it is unbalanced, you feel insecure, fear, anxiety, unstable, low self-esteem, anemia, over or underweight, and constipation. When we're not rooted, it's hard to move forward. You have to really be rooted to move forward. And Cindy's the one that was telling me this the whole time we were out in the camper unrooted.
Yes, we got to be, you know, to be well nourished, one must be rooted, and that goes for everything. Look at any tree, look at any plant, look at anything. When it's well rooted, it's well nourished.
Absolutely. And the Kundalini energy starts here. And in most people, it is dormant here. And again, Kundalini, when initiated, it can be a dangerous situation. So it's best to be really grounded in a good, solid practice under the guise and advice of professionals,
Yes.
so to speak.
And, you know, make sure that you always have, when you are going through a spiritual journey, having some kind of a support system, at least one person you can talk to, is a great idea.
And here we're looking at excessive root chakra energy signs and symptoms and deficient root chakra energy. So when people are fighting autoimmune disease, it's common to find the root chakra depleted. And when people are going through things like lupus, Lyme's, chronic fatigue, obviously, going through HIV/AIDS, and I would say just about anything that's really attacking the whole system, it's really, really common to find the root chakra depleted. And what I would do in that case is, again, I'd put my feet on the ground and I would basically draw the life force up into me. I would visualize that, and you time it with your inhales. So as I would inhale in, I would just imagine that I'm drawing life force up through the roots in the bottom of my feet and drawing it up into my body, up through the legs, and gathering it in the area of the root chakra. So again, if we have too much root chakra, excessive root chakra energy, we can also be sluggish. Again, you want balanced. And this is also where Qigong comes in, because we can build up an abundance of root chakra energy with certain practices like Qigong, like Zhang, which is standing still and drawing the life force in, different poses there, like embracing the tree and others. we need to circulate that energy. And there's many ways of doing that as well, including many different Qigong techniques, like what they call silk reeling techniques. And we have touched on this in the past, and we'll be touching into a lot more when it comes to working with the life force, working with Ki, Chi, Prana, Vril. And so many people are unbalanced in these times. It's just part of these times. And so many people have gone through different traumas that have caused them to feel uprooted. You know, losing their jobs perhaps, maybe even having to move, or losing your home, being foreclosed on, or being kicked out because you can't pay the rent. You name it. Just simply making ends meet because of constant inflation. You know, the food prices going up through the roof and all the energy prices. All these things can affect our rootedness. And they really could take a toll on our body, because when we're not rooted, we're going to be kind of disconnected from Mother Earth. And we have been purposely disconnected from Mother Earth anyway because of the system. And this is all about really balancing our energies, the yin with the yang.
And it's really important to note that this takes a while. It takes a while to heal these things, because remember, how long did it take you to get to this unbalanced situation? So when you start putting some of these practices into play, it takes time for your life to move around and shift around, so that you do have that sense of security, so that you do have that sense of feeling well nourished, and you have a desire to eat good food. So this definitely takes time, but oh my, is it worth it?
Absolutely. As you see some of the signs of a balanced chakra here and an imbalanced chakra, if it is balanced, then you have a deep sense of security, mentally and physically, strong self-confidence, fearlessness as well. And the relationships seem to be healthy. Now, if it's imbalanced, low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression, feeling emotionally deprived or drained, self-centered, may have aggressive behavior, and then obsession with materialistic things, because you know you're striving to find some security, and again, we can't really find that security in material things.
I know we come here, you know, with just kind of our bodies. We're going to leave here with just our bodies. So remembering that, knowing that those material things aren't going to fix anything. You have to fix what's going on, what's been traumatized inside.
Yeah, well, we will leave here with energy bodies. You know, the physical body, perhaps some. Not all shall sleep, but all shall be changed. Yep. And, you know, there's different essential oils which can help this. Patchouli is very, very grounding. Patchouli, most definitely. Frankincense, myrrh, cedarwood, and different crystals as well can help. Again, crystals have consciousness, and people, it's so nice to talk to people, and we talk to many people every week as we work on so many people for energy work and, you know, spiritual coaching, Vedic charts, all that stuff. And to see just how far we've come. So many people nowadays understand so much more than we did, you know, just 2 or 3 decades ago, where things were viewed as woo-woo or, oh, New Age, whatever, mysticism. I don't believe in any of that stuff. Well, now, again, more and more people are understanding how the universe works, because this is understanding how the universe works. This is how the universe works. And it's not woo-woo. It's stuff that's thousands of years old. This is leftover knowledge from previous ages that were golden, silver, perhaps bronze as well. So there's different herbs that can help kickstart the root chakra as well. Cloves, burdock, dandelion, rosemary, cayenne pepper, certain foods as well. You know, I think the best place to start really for me is I always start with this mantra. This is always the beginning mantra for me. And Ganesh is the lord of the root chakra in the Hindu system.
Ganesh is really, really wonderful too. Ganesh is a very peaceful being. There's a lot of things he can do for you, but mainly when we look to the root chakra, we look to Ganesh, and Ganesh is the remover of all obstacles. So he will move before us, go ahead of us, and remove those things from our path when we use his energy. He's a huge help.
Absolutely. And we do know him because Cindy has channeled him more than once. Now, the messages came through were personal messages about us on our mission. And so we weren't able to share them as they were not intended to be shared publicly, but I would love for you to hear him, and because you could feel his energy again. And then we will try to connect with him again, with Cindy, when she can go under and get a direct message. But he is all about wanting to help. When you look to the legends of Ganesha, Parvati, his mother in the myths and the legends, created him very much out of the earth. This is what the myths say. And Shiva, who was Parvati's husband, consort, other half, didn't know when she had done this. And so she created him and breathed life into him. And he immediately went to guard her. And she decided, I'm going to go take a bath. And he said, sure, I will stand right here and stand guard, because he's going to protect his mother. And Shiva shows up and is like, who are you? And where is Parvati? And Ganesha said, Parvati's taking a bath and you can't enter. And so Shiva chopped his head off. And then when Parvati saw that, she was so upset that Shiva looked around and saw an elephant and took the elephant's head and put it on Ganesh. And that's how he has the elephant head. Now that's the legend. But the story there is talking about him in service to his mother, who is a representative of the divine feminine. And that is what he's in service to. He's in service to all of us. All of us that are striving to make the world a better place. And he will help us if we just ask him. And it thrills him when we ask him. So when we do his mantra, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, just that is plenty. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam is the root. Again, it's relating to the root chakra. There is another part to that you can add, which is either Sharanam or Sharunam, depending on which dialect you're using. Sharanam Ganesha, which just means basically take all my worries from me, take all my troubles from me, or in you I lay all my worries, all my troubles. I know that you're going to help to remove them, so to speak. And so when we ask for his help, he will help us. And he has thanked Cindy and I for sharing his mantra in the past and for calling on him so that he can help us. And boy, he has helped us. He's helped us so many times. It's amazing how these beings might be on 5th, 6th, and 7th density. And at the same time, they're right here. They're right here. They're so reachable. It's just a matter of trying.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's just a matter of trying and understanding that a lot of things that we are taught growing up are basically instilled in us to keep us from spreading our wings, to keep us from that other understanding, that much bigger part of life. If you've ever found yourself curious about such things, but then you're kind of, oh no, I don't know if I should go there. We came here to explore. We didn't come here to be restricted.
So yeah, there is some symbolism in Ganesh himself. As you see, big head, think big, small eyes, concentrate. The rope over here to pull you nearer to the highest goal. One tusk, retain the good, throw away the bad. Trunk, high efficiency and adaptability. The Madaka, rewards of sadhana. The mouse, desire. It's interesting. The mouse is always around him unless under control can cause havoc. You ride the desire and keep it under control and don't allow it to take you for a ride. As Ganesha rides a mouse. Here's an elephant riding a mouse. Isn't that kind of ridiculous? Here we see prasada. The whole world is at your feet for your asking. A large belly peacefully digesting the good and the bad in life, and learning from it. Blessings, blesses and protects on spiritual path to the supreme. Small mouth, less talk. The axe, to cut off bonds of attachment. And big ears, so you can actually listen more. So he is the remover of obstacles in many ways. Cindy, got the impression, and I can understand it, that he's almost kind of like a galactic cosmic lawyer, and that he could actually rewrite our contracts. Now, our higher self, when we come to incarnate in, has an idea, has a goal, has plans. And so when he did come through, he thanked Cindy and I for taking this mission up. And he also thanked us for using his mantra so he could help us from the other side. And that was our plan. That was our big cosmic plan. Now, there are times in our lives when we might want to rewrite something. Maybe the goal was to live on the left coast, and you find you don't want to live on the left coast, you want to live on the right coast, or you want to live in a different country, or whatever it is. You want to go back to school all of a sudden, or you want to open a different door. You really, really want to. He could go back and rewrite your karmic agreements, so to speak, to allow you, if you truly, truly felt this in your deepest heart, to allow you to experience something that perhaps was not going to be part of this plan for this life.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, these are things that we do have control over, that we can arrange in this life, with respect to the understanding that other karmas come with it. So we come here with a specific path, with specific karmas. And if we want to change that, we have to know, well, you may have to kind of trade different things out. So I always find it best to just ask for help above if I'm having trouble dealing with something, coping with something, and just trying to stay on my path, on this karmic path. But there are things people run into, and they might need might want to go a different direction, and he can help with that.
Absolutely. So Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. This mantra is typically taken at the beginning of a new cycle as well. We invoke the help of Ganesha, the Lord of New Beginnings and remover of obstacles. When you decide that things need to change, they gotta change, and maybe you're at that point where you don't know what else you could possibly do, well, this mantra can definitely do that. We've had so many times. There was a time when Cindy was going through some health issues, and she was in Nevada, and I was in North Carolina, and her whole flight got bumped. Mm-hmm. Her flight got canceled, and they didn't know when she was going to get on the plane. And so I told her, I said, I'm going to sit down right here on the porch, and I'm just going to do this mantra to Ganesh, and you just sit there in the airport, do the same thing, and I'll let her finish. And
it was absolutely insane. There was no way I should have been on that plane. I had already reserved myself to okay, but I'm going to do the mantra anyway. And not even 10 minutes later, they called my name, and there was many people ahead of me. So I don't know how that happened. I was just so grateful, because I was going through my own awakening, and I was having a tough time. I needed some assistance, and boy, Ganesh, he pulled through.
Yeah, countless times for us he's pulled through. We can't count the amount of times that he's come through for us. So, it's not a case of us thinking that he represents something. We know he's real. We absolutely know he's real, because we've communicated with him, and we've communicated with him with Cindy under full trance, asking questions, getting answers. And he's just an amazing being, full of benevolence and light. And he's all about helping. And he is all about also serving again to balance this world and others, as there are other worlds in the same circumstances that ours are. And there's been this crushing of the divine feminine and the mother energy, the goddess energy, because again, according to the legends, he was created by Parvati, who is a representation again of the divine mother. And he's in service to the divine mother. He's in service to us all by balancing our own energies to help us find balance in our lives, to help us also balance the energies on this planet.
Yes, and I do want to do a little tune to help strengthen your root chakra, but I need you guys to think of yourself in a very strong position in your body. I want you to think of yourself as rooted, well nourished, and this is something that I think is going to benefit us moving forward. And like Mike was saying, in these times, this is really critical that we get a handle on our health, our life, things that are going on around us. So yes, think of yourself in a very, very positive, strong position, and we're gonna do a tune on that. Okay, I want you to sit with that for a little while. You can probably feel your legs tingling, feet tingling. This is that grounding feeling that people get when they are working on their root chakra or other energy work.
And we've done a video too when you go over onto EEARTS and you go into the playlists, and you can look right here. There's all the mantras. And so we do have one right here. A mantra to remove all obstacles, and this is Ganesha's. So you could follow along with that one that talks all about it. We also have done one where we're actually going over repetitious. We do 108 repetitions. Typically people will get mala beads, and they have 108 beads on it, and you go through in cycles of 108. So with Ganesha, each day I do at least 108, and many days I'll do many more multiples of that, as it is so imperative to get the self rooted and ready to go.
Right. And really, if you do have something that you are struggling with, do that mantra with the repetitions, because that will really help you moving forward, and it can give you an idea of how things feel, and it calls Ganesha into your life a little bit stronger. And I hope you guys get some benefit out of this.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And that will definitely invoke some blessings. As always, guys, thanks for your support on Patreon and Ko-Fi. Check out Medicinal Foods, link on every video. Lots of good stuff there. Make sure you use coupon code EEA. And also do check out evolutionaryenergyarts.com and learn more about us. And as always, may you be blessed with abundant peace, love, and happiness. And may Ganesha help you as well.
Namaste.
Namaste.